Money, marriage, conflict. That's what we're talking about today. I'm your favorite coach, Rodney D. Robertson, and we're talking about money, marriage, conflict. According to a recent survey, the APA 2022 survey, 55% of Americans reported and strongly agreed that money was a major source of conflict in their household. That's a big percentage, and that's a lot of people who are being impacted adversely by the subject of money. Why is that? Because there's a psychological element to money. How you feel and think about money will determine how you behave with money, right? How you view money, perspective, will determine how you will use money. So, as couples, it is our responsibility to be able to resolve the money conflicts in our relationship, right? So how do we do that? I'm glad you asked. Number one, talk about money. You got to talk about money. Money cannot be a taboo in your household. When something is a taboo, it controls you. I'm going to say that again. When something is a taboo, it controls you. So in order to take your power back as a couple, you got to talk about money. Now, during this discussion about money, you're learning things about your partner. You're learning their perspective, their philosophy on money, their view on money, and that's very important going forward. Additionally, you're going to find out who works best with money, right? There's one partner, and sometimes it could be both partners, but there's always one partner that's more disciplined with money, that's more educated in money. And so that person should take the lead on money, not the control, but the lead on money. Because why? You have a partner, and your partner should always be included in money making decisions or in money decisions or money matters, right? So that's very important. So number one, we're going to talk about money. We're going to discuss our philosophies, our perspective on money, and then we're going to determine through that discussion who should take the lead with the money in a relationship. All right. Number two, let's create a budget and stick to it. A budget is simply you telling your money where to go. What you're doing with this budget, you are looking at your income, you're looking at your debts, you are looking at your expenses, you're looking at your savings plan. Also, you're discussing your financial goals. I think it's very important that couples discuss financial goals. One of the things my wife and I do at the end of every year, before the upcoming year, usually we have this our vision meeting for our household in the month of December to get ready for the new year that's coming up. And one of the things we do talk about in that vision meeting is we talk about the financial goals or the household goals of for our family, right? I think it's very important that we come together and decide on what are we going to pursue as a household in the upcoming year. What investment property, if any, are we going to pursue? What are our financial goals? How are we going to increase our savings? How are we going to increase our investment portfolio? So you need to have financial discussions surrounding your budget, right? So it's going to be very important. And another thing about budget is this: a budget is not written in stone. Make adjustments when necessary. Don't get so rigid with your budget. Make adjustments as necessary, right? So very important. Number three, you want to have regular discussions about your financial goals and priorities. This is going to be very important because you want to make sure that your goals and your financial priorities are aligned with your values, are aligned with the vision for that year, for those 90 days, for the next 5 years, etc. So you want to make sure things are aligned up. And also you want to make sure regular discussions will bring about more transparency, right? So that's very important. You want to be very transparent and honest about money, about your money, right? I believe in joint accounts. I do believe in joint accounts. I also believe in separate personal accounts, right? I believe, you can have a joint account for the household expenses. And I believe that each partner in a relationship should have their own individual account. For me, this is for me personally. I believe that every woman should have their own money. I believe that no matter how good your man is to you, have your own money. Be interdependent. Have your own money. Just look out for you. Have your own money. I just believe in that. Have your own money. And what I always share this when I'm talking to couples is that if you use my money to go buy me a gift, you didn't buy me a gift. You ran an errand. So I think it's very important that each partner have their own money in a relationship, separate from the household account. Have your own money. So when special occasions and anniversaries and birthdays come up, you can go out and buy your spouse or your partner a gift with your money, and it's going to be more valuable when it's your money versus it's his or her money that you're using to buy them a gift. Make it make sense, right? All right, number three, we're going to work together during financial hardships. This is very important because if you continue to build a relationship, at some point you may have financial hardships. And when financial hardships begin to happen in your relationship, I think it's very important that you work together, right? And during this time of working together, you want to brainstorm how can we increase our income? Because if you don't come up with more money, you're not going to overcome the debt. So it's very important that you brainstorm ways to increase your income, right? Also, another thing you want to do when you're experiencing financial hardships, how can we, and not just me, how can we make sacrifices during this time while we're going through this financial hardship? Because it's not going to last forever. So we got to come together and see how can we make those financial adjustments? How can we make those financial sacrifices we need to make to come out of this financial hardship, right? So I think that's very important. Number four, we want to practice financial responsibility. This is very important. Practice financial responsibility. You just can't be out there just spending money just on top of just to be spending money. Stick to your financial plan. Stick to your goals. If you guys agree that you're not going to eat out every day anymore, you're only going to eat out on the weekend or only one day a week, which is on a Saturday, then stick to that. Don't start eating out every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, if you say you're going to only eat out on one day a week, then stick to your plan. Stick to your plan. So we want to practice financial responsibility. You want to be responsible and a good steward with the money that God has entrusted you with. All right, this has been my time. I hope I said something to make a difference in your relationship and to help you overcome the money conflict in your marriage. See you next time.